Hey, that's Dude.
That's Dude.
Welcome to Lazy Boys Night. And tonight we are drinking the Kitchissippi 1855 Amber Ale.
And it really is amber. Can you see that? Or is that out of focus for you? That's really nice, eh?
I've had this. I gotta confess, I've had this on tap.
What?
At a restaurant before. Never in a can.
On tap, okay.
I've had it on tap, never in a can. But I was a big fan of the Kitchissippi.
Is it weird that I'm enjoying just pouring this thing? Holy jeez.
No, it's a beautiful head.
Look at that.
I know.
That's amazing. And I hadn't even tried it yet.
Yeah.
Look at that's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
What's going on tonight, by the way? Because we're not just drinking beer.
I'm calling Dude Diatribe tonight.
You're calling it.
I'm calling a Dude Diatribe. Recently, again, don't know when exactly this will air compared to when it came out.
Yeah.
But very recently, something happened in the pop culture world about one of the world's favorite superheroes and his sexual activities.
Okay, that's got to be Plastic Man.
Oh, we got to... Not quite, but we'll talk about it in just a moment.
Mr. Fantastic. Okay, cheers.
It's just two guys talking. There they go again, saying anything. Talking about nothing. Nothing new to say. Talking anyway. So much to review. So let's have a cold brew. A cold brew. Everybody's talking. It's not anything. Talking about nothing. They're all yammering. I can't hear a thing. Nothing I can do. So let's have one more brew. One more brew.
I know, right?
That's throwing me off because it's not what I was expecting.
You're expecting something a lot heavier for such a dark beer, but it's not. It's an amber ale. It's a very dark amber. Let's face it.
Holy jeez!
You're expecting something heavy, almost like a stout, but it's not. It is beautiful and delicious, and that's the Kitchissippi Brewing, or just brewery.
Did you realize how good we've been picking our beers?
Kitchissippi Beer Company. I know. Well, like, let's face it. Most beers, if they're bad, they don't stay on the shelf very long.
No, that's true. That's a good point.
So when it's been around, especially this has been around for years, it's a quality beer.
Yeah, that's
Thank you,
really
Kitchissippi,
good.
brewed right here in Ottawa. Woo!
Nice.
All right, so on with the diatribe.
All right. What do we have going on? What's in your melon?
What's in my melon?
That needs to come out.
Recently, it was stated by executives, I'm not sure which level exactly, but executives from DC Comics, in reference to an episode of some R-rated cartoon, because they do have R-rated cartoons with Batman sometimes.
Okay, so we're talking about Batman.
We're talking about Batman.
So it's not Plastic Man.
It's not Plastic Man. It's about Batman. About how Batman does not go down on Catwoman.
What do you mean by going down?
What I mean by going down on Catwoman is, let's use the technical term,
tying her laces on her shoes?
No.
Are you pulling up her socks?
Stop being...
Helping her out with her belt on her pants?
Yes, that's exactly it.
But the opposite of tying up and... What are we talking about?
Cunnilingus.
What?
Oral sex. Where the
Are we
man's
talking
face
about
is,
this?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Okay.
But we're not going to use vulgar terms. We're going to use proper terms. Cunnilingus.
If there's children watching,
yes,
you're safe. Parents, you can keep watching.
They're still going to have a talk.
You're still going to have a conversation after this show. But
here's the thing.
He's going to open up that conversation. Oh, open up that conversation.
Oh,
I said that. Sorry.
So apparently they were going to have Batman at one point, because Catwoman's been a love interest for decades,
Yeah, for
forever,
Yeah.
for probably as old as we are,
Pretty much.
which is very young. Well,
Young-ish.
but the execs put their foot down and saying Batman does not do that because good guys don't do that, implying that good guys do not satisfy women orally. So
They
what,
don't.
it's a bad guy thing only? Come on. That's the dumbest freaking thing I've heard
Okay, so-
in a long time. And here's my take on this. Why the DC execs said that. I don't know who they are. I don't know what their names are, although I'm sure it's published somewhere.
Have you ever looked at Batman? Batman, literally, his mask stops like that. And he's
This
got
is
two
true.
horns.
This is true. It's perfect to hang on to, yeah.
Okay, this is getting... No, let's not go there.
Here's what I think. Here's what I think happened.
What's going on?
First of all, these are for R-rated cartoons, which have a lot of blood, gore, violence.
Already, yes.
Which apparently that's fine, but implying that someone is having oral sex with someone they care about is not fine. Come on, give me a break. 2, why do they say the good guys don't do that? You know what my take is? I could be completely off and I don't care. But I think the execs who said that, it's because either they're not comfortable with it or they're not very good at it, so they think it's not a thing people should do. Yes, I am attacking your skills.
He's totally
I
calling
went there.
you out.
I totally
Oh,
went there
wow.
because seriously, if you have any skill doing that, you would know that your lover would appreciate that. And
Jeez,
a
we're
hero,
in school, man.
a hero
Holy jeez.
makes sure his partner is satisfied. So I call
need a drink.
shenanigans on this.
You're calling
And I think-
way more than shenanigans.
I think those DC execs need to learn how to satisfy women. And maybe they'd realize that good guys, yes, they do that.
Okay, so if they're gonna do that, don't wear a bat mask.
Okay? Let's talk about any hero. It's DC Universe. Think about it. Flash with the super tongue, the super speed.
Okay, too much.
Come on.
Too much.
Come
Too
on.
much.
Heroes
Holy
do...
jeez, man. You're like, okay, so this is from, okay, so it's not in a comic book, and it's
No,
not...
it's
so-
for the animated films.
For the
They have a
animated
whole
films.
series of really great animated films. And
But
some
they're
of them...
hyper-violent?
Well,
That's
some
what
of them
you're
are
saying?
R-rated. I don't know if you've ever
Okay,
seen...
so R-rated, so...
But the
assuming
R rating
it's-
is usually because of the ultra violence and the
and
blood
not the
and gore.
sexuality.
But all of a sudden, they're implying sexuality with Batman and Catwoman, and they drew the line at, well, yes, they sleep together, but they drew the line at the oral sex because good guys don't do that. That's a quote. That's what they say, and I think that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Okay, so my point of view,
Go.
why in everything that is DC holy would anybody writing any kind of material regarding fantasy superheroes want to go there? Why is that even necessary? My whole point on that is, yeah, if you're going to have the R rating, it doesn't just mean violence. There's going to be some sexuality, but there's a whole different episode on that where we talk about gratuitous, anyways.
That's nudity. They don't have nudity. in
No,
the
it's
cartoon.
not. Yeah, but even at that, is why is that even in the freaking story? How could that even have anything to do with the storyline at
It's in a
all?
lot of movies. It's in a lot of movies that are
What?
not porn. They're just R-rated. It implies sexual activity between
Whatever
two
happened to
adults.
the train going into the tunnel, the volcano exploding, the whatever image
Because
you
it's
wanna
not the
give.
1940s anymore.
Holy
Oh my God!
jeez,
Welcome
man.
to the 21st century.
It's not necessary.
Sex is part of life.
Okay, so if I was a DC executive, I would not have made the statement that superheroes don't do that. Obviously, that's not the case. But I would have said, listen, guys, girls, whoever's writing the story, why is this even in the film? Why is this even, how is this proof to me how this has any effect on the film itself or the story, where this brings any of the characters forward, any of the story forward? How is this even justified? If you're taking just the sexual act itself and they're making it a superhero doesn't do this and bad guys do that, yeah, that's an issue. That's a personal issue, by the way. If
You're calling out the execs too. You are. You just did.
yeah. So you got to go back and figure out your own stuff. But if you're gonna defend that point and say we don't want to bankroll, we don't want to invest in a film or a cartoon or a film cartoon that has this kind of a scene, justify it by simply stating, how is this bringing that story forward? Why do we and the audience need to be need to see this?
May I take a crack at that?
Go for it.
From a plot perspective, it's probably...
Look up what he just said in French. From a plot perspective.
Dude, you really had to go there, didn't you?
Just look it up.
All right, no, don't.
Look it
don't.
up.
Okay. From a plot perspective, you're right.
Said it again.
I'm talking about the story plot line.
I'm fully aware what you're talking about.
From a plot perspective. Shut up. You're
Is
right.
that a POV? Point of view?
Shut. I know what POV means. I'm trying to make a point. Shush.
No, I'm not going to shush.
From a
Plot.
storyline
Okay, there we go.
perspective, it's not necessary. But mature stories are not just about the plot. They are also about the characters. So basically, it's not just about the story, but about who they are. And these are mature stories. Remember, it's rated R, and not that it means pornographic, it just means adults. And we care about how they behave. It's not just about the story. Batman and Catwoman have had a sexual tension since the 60s. Okay?
Okay.
They're on and off couple. They have to relate somehow. And as grown-ups, we understand that the relationship involves sex. It is what it is. And it's part of these stories. And this is why it's in those films. It's part of the character development and the relationship development. So whether or not they do it, it's irrelevant. The fact that they're saying, well, good guys don't go down, that's just stupid.
Okay, and like I said before, 100%. That's not the statement they should have made. And I don't know if they're going to try to backtrack from that, but
I'm sure
that's
they're backpedaling already and have been for a while.
Blowing up everything is the fact that they made that comment in that context, and and there's any other way they could have used to get out of it, but they didn't. They used that.
So basically, good guys are not selfish lovers. They please their partners.
Not like bad guys. Bad guys are jerks. It's too easy to be a jerk, so they're probably just... Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Give it up. All right. So, was DC ridiculous? Yes, they were.
Yes.
Do good guys go down? Yes, they do.
Did we just agree on something?
Oh, we sometimes agree.
Sometimes it happens.
It happens. Hey.
Cheers.